What's up guys, the modeler here. On today's video, I'm going to review the first 3 habits from the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. The 7 habits basically talk about personal and interpersonal growth, so I decided to split this review into 2 videos covering these 2 parts. On this video, I'm going to cover the first 3 habits of the book that deal with personal effectiveness. So stay tuned for the second part of the review, in which I'll talk about the remaining habits that deal with interpersonal effectiveness. As the author of the book wrote, these 3 habits are the private victories. They move a person from dependence to independence. Private victories precede public victories, which means you're more likely to be effective dealing with people once you've attained a certain level of effectiveness with your own personal affairs. Now let's see the habits. The first habit to self-mastery says, be proactive. Stephen Covey shares a short story in the last pages of the book in which he tells how he found for the first time the concept of being a gap between stimulus and response, and that the way we use this gap is the key to growth and happiness. Let's say you have planned an outdoor meeting with your friends today. Everything is set, but all of a sudden the weather changes and it starts raining. From the point it starts raining, you have a small gap to choose your response to that situation. You might react blaming the weather and considering your plans ruined, or you can accept the fact that you have no control over the weather and look for alternative ways to still be able to meet with your friends, like having an indoor meeting, for example. You can be reactive to every external stimuli that circumstances, conditions, and the environment can give you, or you can be proactive and use this gap to choose your response to that stimulus, focusing on your circle of influence and what you can do. It's easy to ignore this ability we have to respond. It's much easier to deny this responsibility we have for how we respond to the external events that affect us, over which we most of the times have no direct control. Thomas Edison, unlike some people around him, did not perceive his attempts to create the light bulb as failures. He became aware of his ability to choose his response and decided to look at his attempts as experiences rather than failures. Being proactive is knowing that for anything that happens to you, this small space is there. You're responsible for choosing your response to any external event that might affect you. You have the responsibility to choose how you will react to any external stimulus. The second habit says, begin with the hand in mind. Begin with the hand in mind means having a clear image of the purpose of your life, your calling, your mission, or however you call it, and start working now towards that goal. It means having a clear understanding of your destination and use that picture as the criterion by which you will examine the activities you should or not spend time with. If you look to the stories of Leonardo da Vinci, Michael Jordan, and most successful people in their own fields, you'll notice that they started early doing what they were passionate about. Stephen Covey shares a visualization experience where basically the reader is invited to visualize his own funeral and think about what he would like his family, friends, and other people to say about him and his life. Taking this experience can help you acknowledge the things you consider most important in life, and with that hand in mind, you'll be able to focus on what assists you and avoid spending time in activities that in no way get you near that hand. Our third habit says, put first things first. Habit 1 tells us that we are responsible, that we are not at the mercy of circumstances, but we are able to choose our response to external stimuli. Habit 2 shows us what's really important, what the first things are. And habit 3 teaches how to put these first things first and manage them in a consistent basis. With the hand in mind, you become aware of the things that if you did consistently, they would have a significant impact in your life, drawing you closer and closer to that hand. Habit 3 is putting these things in practice. As Stephen Covey said, it is the physical creation. If you are going to work on these things, there's got to be a time for you to do that. You have to put these things as first on your time management system and work on them day by day, moment by moment. It is breaking your mission down into small practical tasks and being disciplined to work on them consistently. On the next video, I'll talk about the remaining habits that deal with interpersonal effectiveness. To check out my upcoming videos, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.